So I just jumped off this call with a guy who applied to my mentorship. And when I talked to him, he reminded me of me. Okay, he told me that he wants to start his own AI agency, and that is why he applied for the mentorship. And I asked him, like, what has your experience been so far, with AI? He told me nothing. I have never built anything with AI. I was like, okay, what's your experience been so far with online business? Have you done drop shipping? Have you, tried something else? He was like, yeah, the thing is, I have tried like 10 different business models. I tried basically everything and nothing works. So I asked him, how long did you try the business models for? Why didn't they work for you? I was like, yeah, I tried e-com for 1 month, and then Amazon FBA for 2 months, and then I tried this for 2 months, 1 month, 2 months. And I told him that I can sell you my mentorship right now. You know that you need, you know that you want to start an AI agency and all of that. But I'm not going to take you on as a client. I'm not going to take you on as a student. And the main reason is because there's not a problem with the business models. You're going to do the same thing here. Because I told him my story. I used to do this when I dropped out of college, when I dropped out of university. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do online business, and I'm gonna, start making money online. And I didn't really care about what I did. I didn't really care if I had to do, drop shipping or Amazon FBA or, SMMA. I didn't care. I just wanted to make money online. So I was like, okay, let me just try. I think the first thing I tried was copywriting. I have a whole video on this, on my whole business journey. But I think the first thing I tried was copywriting, if I'm not wrong. Tried that for, I learned the basics. I learned copywriting. I knew the frameworks and all of that. But when it was time to get clients, I tried outreaching for 2 weeks. Then I was like, bro, copywriting doesn't work. Jumped off to the next one. I think I tried e-com, and then, I didn't even run ads. I was doing organic. I posted 2 videos. Or they got rejected or something, and then I was like, drop shipping doesn't work. Next business model. And I did that 9, 10, 11 times. I have tried, just like this guy I hopped on a call with, I've tried every business model, and I have failed every business model. Or let me actually correct that. I didn't fail. I just gave up too early. I gave up too early because you can't fail. You can't fail any of this business model. It's not possible. Ask yourself this. What business model have you tried? You probably tried drop shipping, right? You tried drop shipping. The reason you got into drop shipping in the first place was because you saw it's working for other people, right? Yes. So it was working for other people, but it didn't work for you. How long did you try? Ask yourself that question. 1 month, 2 months, maximum 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Didn't work, right? But it's working for other people. I'm not only talking specifically about dropshipping. Every business model out there is working for other people. So is the problem you, or is the problem the business model? That is the realization I had. And that is when I realized that all these business models I've been trying, I never failed them. I just didn't try hard enough and long enough. That was my problem. So the problem was never the business model. The problem was always me. And when I fixed myself, when I removed this belief from my head, that is when I actually started to make money. So, even, bro, there's people selling cups. This is a cup with a print on it. I paid maybe $20 for it. The other person made $20. That means even selling cups work. I bought this water bottle. That means you can sell water bottles and make money. I bought this lighter. I bought this gum. I bought this speaker. I bought these keys. I bought everything around me. I have bought this sofa, these pillows, this light behind here, this plant. Everything I have bought. I paid someone else money, and they profited on that. That means every business model out there works. It's just you who's not working hard enough and long enough. A lot of people have this misconception, I'm gonna get into a business model, and then I'm gonna make money within 3, 4, 5 months, and then when they don't make any money within 3, 4, 5 months, they're like, oh, bro, this doesn't work anymore. It's saturated. They have one word. It's saturated. It doesn't work anymore. What the fuck? Isn't selling cups saturated? They've been selling cups since, I don't know, 1800. The year 1850, fucking 1900, they've been selling cups. I don't know when the cups were invented, but they've been selling cups for centuries. And there is millions of companies selling millions of cups. So that means saturation isn't that isn't the problem holding you back. That's just something you say to yourself because you have lost hope in what you were doing. This is exactly what I used to do. I was very, very fired up and gassed up about something, a business model that I saw online. I was very hyped. Boom, I'm going to try this one. I'm going to be a millionaire and all of that. Tried it. 3 weeks went by. You know that high you have when you lose the hype. I lost the hype. Wasn't excited about it anymore. Told myself it's not working. I could have done the same thing with AI agents. But this time I stuck to it. I really stuck to it. And then it paid off. I've been in the entrepreneurship space for 4 fucking years. 4 years. And if there's one mistake that I made, if I could just not make that mistake, I would have been where I am right now within maybe my first year. I could have saved 3 years. That's like 1,000 days or something I could have saved. Which is, I don't know, hundreds of thousands of hours. One thing if I could fix was just stick to one fucking thing. Now, it's more beneficial to sit here and talk for me, because I sell AI agents and I teach how to run an AI agency. It's more beneficial for me to sit here and tell you, no. No business model out there works. Only AI agents works. Stop what you're doing right now. The reason you're not making any money is because you're drop shipping, bro. Come buy my course. I can do that, just like every other guru online. But I'd rather tell the truth. And the truth is that it's not about AI agents. It's not about what you sell or what business model you're in. It's all about yourself. Because here is one thing in the beginning you don't know. When you start a new business model, you don't know shit about the industry. You don't know shit. Yes, you can chat GPT it. You can hit the deep research button on chat GPT. But that doesn't mean you are expert now. That doesn't mean you're an expert. For you to start making money, you need to know what the fuck you're doing. You need to know your market. You need to know your audience. You need to know what works. You need to know what doesn't work. You need to know what approach you're going to take. You think that you can learn that in 4 weeks? Fuck no, bro. You have to throw a lot of shit on the wall until something sticks. And that can take a long time. Took me 4 years. Takes some people less time, some people more time. It's all about, do you learn from your mistakes or not? I was making this mistake over and over and over and over again. I learned this on my 9th or 10th attempt. So ask yourself, if you're not successful in business yet, why is that? Have you been sticking to one thing and just fucking diving deep into it? Or have you been switching business models? Just because you can't stick to one thing. 99% of the time, the answer is this. That you've been switching. You haven't been really giving 100% and only picking one thing. You've been switching. Here is what I used to do. I was hyped about something. I gave 100% effort the first week. The second week, it was 70% effort. Third week, it was 50%, 40% effort. And then 4th, 5th, 6th week, it was 10% effort. And I got bored of it. So I was you know what? This business model doesn't work, bro. I haven't even gotten any clients yet. But on the back end, I never did any outreach. Maybe I reached out to 5 people. I never ran any ads. I never tried to get clients. Clients won't just know about me like this. I gotta go out there and find them. I gotta go out there and spread my shit. I gotta go out there and get attention around my product or service that I'm selling. And I gotta try over and over and over and over again. There are millions of other creators out there. There are millions of other businesses out there. So for you to stand out, for you to get customers, of course you gotta put in work. Of course you gotta put in effort. It won't just land in your lap like this. And this is the biggest, the barrier of entry is so low that anyone can enter the market. Anyone can start dropshipping. Anyone can start AI agents. Anyone can start any fucking business model nowadays. And that is the problem. It's so easily available. The barrier of entry is so low that everyone can try it. And let me tell you the problem here. When everyone tries it, when there is like kids, 17-year-olds, and of course, if you're 17, you should absolutely try and make money online and all of that shit, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't try. But what happens is we have premature people who haven't even mastered themselves jump into online business, do it for 2 or 3 weeks, 4 or 5, 6, 7 weeks, whatever. Doesn't work for them. And now they're like, bro, it's all a scam, bro. Online business doesn't work, bro. I just can't get it to work. Yeah, I'll just go back to smoking. Online guru, he's selling a course, bro. The funniest thing is, not everyone, but there are good courses and mentorships out there. But as soon as you say the word course, we have people like, oh bro, he's trying to sell me a course. And it's because we have people like this who buy a course or get into something, they don't fully follow it, they don't fully do it, and then they blame the course seller or they blame like the business model. And then everyone else thinks that, online business is a scam. It doesn't work. That's the kind of era we're living in now because the barrier of entry is so low. Everyone is doing it. And that's why they say the 1%, 1%. I know it's a cliche word. You hear it on TikTok and Instagram Reels. The 1% succeeds, the 1% succeeds. But really the 1% succeeds. And the reason is exactly this, because 99% of people don't have the fucking attention span. They don't have the drive. They don't have the brains to keep continuing and understand that they won't just get rich in 1 month. And the thing is, a lot of people know this nowadays too, that they won't get rich in 1 month or 2 months or 3 months. But they're hyped about it right there and then, so they get into it. But then when the third month hits, they still have 0 clients. They just fall off. And they go back to blaming the business model. When deep down they know, the truth is that they need to go harder and they need to, do it for a longer time. But they're not going to blame themselves. Nobody likes to blame themselves. Everybody likes to point fingers. So they start pointing fingers at the course seller or the business model. And unfortunately, that's how it is. If you want to succeed, I'm talking like I'm super successful in business. I'm not, bro. I'm 22 years old. I'm 23 in like 2 days. I'm still a kid. I'm young, bro. I'm still a kid. I'm talking like I'm successful. I'm not. In my eyes, I'm not. Not at all. But the thing is, I have overcome this belief in my mind that I used to have that, it's the business model. It's not the business model. I promise you it's not the business model. If you still can't see it after what I explained to you, then you have a problem with yourself. And that is why I keep preaching yes, all this agency stuff is important, how to get clients and, creating your ICP and, doing all the outreach and getting leads and all these strategies are important. But the most important thing is this right here. That is why before you start a business, you should start on self-development. You should start hitting the gym. You should start having a routine in your life. You should cut out bullshit. You should cut out drugs and alcohol and partying and bullshit friends. That's when you'll succeed in business. You won't just start a business and then you have a lot of the bullshit still going on in your life. You're still smoking weed, you're still lazy, you still have all these personal problems. You're not fully self-developed. And then you hop into business. Of course, whatever you have inside of here will affect your business. If you're not 100% in your mind, of course it'll affect your business. If you don't know what consistency is, if you don't know what discipline is, of course you can't be disciplined, you can't stay consistent. I'm not telling you to have a six-pack and be a fucking super giga chad before you start a business. You don't need to be, you can be fat and start a business. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you have control over your life. You have control over your mind. You know what mindset is. You know you have a mindset. You don't need to be fucking fit. You don't need to have a six-pack. But at least you need to have it inside of here. And it's okay. Maybe you started the gym right now. You started to change your life right now. You haven't been going to the gym for 10 years. You don't have a six-pack and big biceps. That's completely okay. What matters is that you're doing it right now. That you're not just starting a business and the rest of your life is same. What matters is that, okay, you're starting a business, cool. Then also fix yourself because you are the biggest business. If this business doesn't work, how is all of the other businesses going to work? If your mind doesn't work, how the fuck are you going to handle a business? If you can't even get out of the bed in the morning, if you can't even stop jerking off, if you can't even stop smoking weed and eating chips and all of that shit, you can't even control your own mind, how the fuck will you control a business? Obviously you can't. So it's not about what strategy you do. There is people, the business world is dynamic. There is not one single answer that everybody needs to do. People are making money millions of different ways. People are selling the same product in 10 different million ways. Some people are running ads, some people are doing organic, some people are cold calling, some people are cold emailing. Yes, there is some better options than the other ones. Like in my opinion, for example, starting a personal brand is better than cold calling. But that is not what matters. Everything works. Every way of getting money works. Every business model works. Selling every product and service works. What doesn't work is you. And that's the problem. And that's the reason you're not successful in business. And that's the reason you've been struggling for so long. And that's the reason I have been struggling for so long until now. That is the exact reason. You need to stick to one thing. You don't know shit in the beginning when you're starting a new business. You don't know shit. As much as you think you know, you don't know. Everybody likes to think they know. And it's completely okay. You're human. But deep down, you need to have this realization that, okay, I'm stupid. Let me be humble. I don't know shit. Let me stop talking. Let me stop all this bullshit. Let me just shut the fuck up and learn. Let me just put my head down for 3 months. It's okay. I'm not going to get clients. I'm going to eat shit for a long time. But at least I'm going to learn. You're learning, and then you know what to do. And when you know what to do, you start making money. And that's it. In the beginning, business is not about making money. In the beginning, business is about learning. You learn, and then you remove the L, and then you start earning. It's all about collecting data in the beginning. You have, let's say, Susie there. There's a girl named Susie. You bring her 10 different chocolates. She picks what she likes. And now you know what she likes. And now, every time you go to Susie, you give her the same chocolate because you know what she likes. Right? You're bringing 10 different chocolates to see what she likes. And when she picks one, you know what she likes. And boom, you got data back. And you can use that data, okay, Susie likes, Snickers. So every time you go to Susie, you bring Snickers because you know exactly what she likes. Same thing in business. You try 10 different ways of getting clients or whatever. Try them for long enough. And once you've gotten data back, you see that, okay, out of all these 10 things, this is working. All these this is most effective. This way is more effective than the other ones. This script is working better. This sales pitch is working better. This way of getting clients works better. This outreach works better. Boom, you got data back. So you eliminate everything else and you give exactly what works. Just like the 10 chocolates you bring to Susie, Susie picks Snickers, you eliminate the Kit Kat, you eliminate the Milky Way, you eliminate the Bounty, you eliminate the Twix, all the other 9 chocolates you eliminate, and you give Susie Snickers every time. And that's how it is in business as well. You're not gonna succeed, boom, like this, bro. This isn't a fucking movie. It's just, I don't know, Wolf of Wall Street. This is reality, and in reality, that's how it is. And it's all in your control. And that's what I told this guy. I gave him a full fucking lecture. Full lesson. Not because I think I'm better than him or some shit like this, but I'm not just gonna take his money and tell him, yeah bro, AI agents is gonna work for you. AI agents works, but it wouldn't work for him. Starting an AI agency wouldn't work for him because I knew that he would start it, 3 weeks in, he would quit it. Even though I'm holding his hand, I'm telling him exactly what to do. But he has this belief in his mind that he gotta find the perfect business model. And this perfect business model doesn't exist. What exists is the perfect mindset, the perfect beliefs. And when I told him this, his eyes were like opened. He was like, yeah, that's true, man. And I hope he understood it. And I hope you understood it as well, because the same exact speech or whatever you want to call this, the talk I gave to him, I'm giving right here. And I'm talking out of experience. This isn't some fucking ChatGPT script. I don't have a script with me. I don't do no bullshit YouTube videos like, hey, welcome to my channel type of shit. I don't even consider myself as an influencer or YouTuber or whatever the bullshit is. Because I don't sit here and lie. I tell exactly things how it is. Whether it's for my benefit or not. Again, for my benefit, I could sit here and just talk about AI agents and how it changed my life and that's the only business model that works and all of that shit. But it doesn't. And that's it. Stick to one thing. Pick one thing. Stick to it. Everything has its challenges. Everything has its good sides. Everything has good and bad. Every business model has good and bad sides. So just pick one and fucking stick to it. And it's gonna work for you. If you keep switching and shit, nothing is gonna work. And that's it. But if you want to, if you're looking for one business model and that you want to do, you can copy me what I'm doing, selling AI agents, AI receptionists to local businesses. Is working for me, it's working for other people. Again, it's not the only business model that works, but that is a business model that works and is working for me. So if you're interested in learning that business model, starting your own agency around it, and get one-on-one mentorship from me, click that link down below, book a call with me, ask you a couple of questions to see if you're the right fit. If you are, show you how the program works, how I help my one-to-one students start their own AI agency and get their first few clients, and we take it from there. The link is down below.